This lesson, we are going to learn Microsoft Excel. Microsoft Excel is a package that helps us to analyze data or do calculations. It's a very nice package. We cannot finish Microsoft Word in a day or two, so we'll be taking it bit by bit. Today, we are going to learn about the environment of the Microsoft Excel. So, for us to do that, we will first of all launch the Microsoft Excel. How do we do that? If you find the icon of the Microsoft Excel on this desktop environment, you double click on it to open it. Otherwise, you check the taskbar. I can see the taskbar here. This is Microsoft Excel. You click on it, you wait for the Microsoft Excel to open. This is Microsoft Excel. We click on blank workbook. Remember, let us maximize it. Remember, in Microsoft Word, we are calling document. But here, we are calling it book. That's why I said blank book. So, this is the environment of Microsoft Excel. Now, as you can see, it's different from Microsoft Word. You can see the grid lines. See the grid lines? Can see the grid lines? So, this is why it's different from Microsoft Word, because in Microsoft Word is just a blank workbook, or sorry, a blank document where you can create your document. So all these ones we are seeing here are similar things we have known in Microsoft Word, but from here we are seeing different things. So, and as you can also see here, we have the letter A, B, C, D. We have 1, 2, 3. And this environment is the workbook environment, or the worksheet. As you can see here, is labeled worksheet 1. So this is where you enter your data or your numbers. So that is that. Now, if you want to enter data here, you just click on the position and then you type your data. But before we do that, let's check the things on the environment first. Now here is known as the cell address or name box. We call it name box because each of these small boxes or rectangular boxes is what is called, you can call it a cell, you can call it a box. That's why when you point here, it will say name box. That is the name of the particular box where your cursor is. This is cursor in Excel. In Microsoft Word, you see it pointing vertical and blinking. But here it doesn't blink, but it covers the particular cell where you are, and that tells you where you can enter your data. So, I call here cell address because it contains the address of a cell where the cell pointer is occupying. This is cell pointer. This rectangular highlight is known as cell pointer. Anywhere the cell pointer is, this area will display the address of the cell. For example, if I click here, the cell pointer is here, and what is written here is N15. How do you get the N15? How does the system knows, or the Microsoft Excel knows that here is N15? Watch. It traces from here. When you count A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, you get to this place N. This environment, here, which is, so we're in N15. So it takes the letter and then takes the corresponding number. That is how you get the N15. For clarity, if I now do this way, here, I now do this way, holding my control key, this way. You can see. That's how the computer do the connection to get that here is N15. So this is the position called N15. The N from here, 15 from the numbering side. So that is how to know your cell address. So here is A1. This is A. This is the corresponding number is 1. That's how to know your cell address. It's very, very important because during calculation, this is what you're going to use to calculate it. Don't use the numbers the way you find them on the worksheet, but use the cell address where the numbers are occupying. So it's very important to know your cell address so that while calculating, you can use the cell address appropriately. So that is about the cell address. Then this very place is called the formula bar. Anything you are entering in a cell is displayed on the formula bar. For instance, if I enter anything, you can see that whatever I'm entering here is also showing on the formula bar. So that is about the formula bar. Now this ABCD you are seeing is very, very large. This worksheet is very, very, very large. How do you know? You start from A, get to Z, and start from AA, AB to AZ, and start from BA, BB, BC to BZ. Same way, continuously. If you press the right arrow key to move, you can see. Here we are now is FT1. How do you get to the end of this worksheet? You hold your control key and press the right arrow key. It will take you to the end, to the horizontal end of this worksheet. You can see we are in XFD. XFD1 is the last column of this worksheet. Now, for us to go back, you hold your control key on the keyboard and press the left arrow key because we are going toward the left to the beginning. We are now in A1. How do you now go to the last row of this worksheet represented by 1, 2, 3? Hold control key, press the down arrow. You can see we are in the last row of this worksheet, which says we have 1048,576. You can imagine how large the worksheet is. So for us to go back, you hold control and press the up arrow because you are going to the top. That's how you can navigate within the worksheet. Somebody might say, go to cell PZ24, PZ24, PZ24. How do you go there? You press Ctrl G and you enter the cell address PZ24. You click OK. You can see PZ, trace this way 24. That is how to do that. For you to go back, you can say Ctrl G and you type A1 so that you go back to the place we were. That is how to do that. To move around the worksheet, you can use the arrow key if it's within the range. Up arrow key, down arrow key, left arrow key. You can even use tab to move within the worksheet. We have sheet 1 here. You can rename this sheet 1 to what you want by right clicking on it. Select rename. Maybe I'll type my first worksheet. Press enter. You have named this worksheet. How do you go to the next sheet? Because this is sheet 1. You click this arrow, you enter sheet 2. This sheet 2 is entirely different from sheet 1. So whatever you are doing in sheet 1 is different from what you are doing in sheet 2. And then you use this arrow to toggle between your worksheet. If you are going forward, you can use this. If you are going backward, you can use this to toggle between the worksheet. So that is about this. Then we have other things here. This is where you go when you want to insert a cell, insert sheet rows, insert sheet columns. For those of you that were with us when we are creating table in Microsoft Word, this A side represented by the alphabet is our column. Like this is column A, this is column B, this is column C, this is column D. Then this side represented by numbers is our row. This is row 1, this is row 2, this is row 3, this is row 4. Now, assuming you want to delete this row 4, you highlight it. You now go to, assuming you want to add another row. Let's assume you type something here. And we forgot to add the heading to these things we have written. How do you now add a row so that you can put the heading there? You click on the first row and then go to insert and say insert rows. When you click on it, you will see another row appearing here. You can do whatever you want to do here. Same thing when you enter, assuming something is supposed to be on this column. You're supposed to have another column before this. You go there and say add column or insert sheet columns. This is a fresh one. So the worksheet is very flexible. When you make a mistake, you can easily correct it. So here is when you want to delete either row or column or cell. And then you use this when you want to beautify your columns. This is what you use when you want to insert a table. You can see different types of table. If I pick this to appear because of where we are, that's why you're seeing SG S10. So we now click OK. Your table have appeared. You can drag this way to have your table. You've created your table. Assume you are entering data. Assuming you are entering data this way. Entering data this way. As you press your tab key while you're entering your data, the table will be, the row of the table will continue to appear for you to do whatever you are doing. As you continue to enter, it will continue to come this way. So you can expand the column, you can expand your column, you can expand your column, and you can also reduce your column when you take your mouse and it forms this cross at the edge here. You press and hold and drag left to reduce the size of the column. You do the same, dragging towards your right to increase the size of the column. The same thing in row. You can increase the size of your row by pressing and hold and drag, and then you can also keep the size normal. So this is where you go when you want to format your cells. Assuming we select this table and then go to styles. Maybe I want to change the formats. As you can see, anyone I pick, it will look like it. Or maybe let me pick another one, maybe this, as you can see. So this is what you do when you want to beautify your table. This is when you want to do summation. Calculate your sum, average, count numbers, maximum, minimum, which we will do in our next class. So that is about the environment of Microsoft Excel. And here we'll come to the end of this lesson. Thanks for watching. See you in our next lesson, still on Microsoft Excel. Thank you. Remember to subscribe if you've not done so. If you've not done so, so that you get more interesting videos from this channel. Thank you.